Welcome to Just an Average Fantasy Football Podcast.
Welcome in to Just an Average Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm your host, Daniel Hayes, with Matt Baker.
That's me.
And Larry Cowan.
What up?
You can find us at avgffpod.com. You can go there, click the buttons, listen to us, find us, do all the things. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Facebook, just about any Podbean.
Get out there and flick our beans.
Flick our beans so hard.
I love that.
Go
That's
find us. We're on most podcast carriers. So, all right. Well, I can tell you that I'm not very good at predicting NFC games. So we'll dive into that in a minute. We do want to hit on some news. Mike Tomlin has said he is stepping down as the Steelers head coach. It sounds like a mutual parting of ways.
End of an era.
Absolutely. He will, if he wants a job, he'll get it. Right now, of course, I don't think we mentioned Harbaugh, Jim or Jeff.
Jim and John.
It's John. So Jim's the one that got fired.
Jim, yeah.
Yeah, Jim's the one that got.
So that's two teams out in the AFC North. It'd be cool if they just swap head coaches.
Yeah, dude, I was thinking that too. Like if he goes to an division team, then the Steeler fans are going to hate that.
Yeah, right now those are the only two in the North. Cleveland kept their head coach, and so did Cincinnati. So
I got one thing to say to Mike Tomlin. Welcome to Atlanta, where the players play.
Tomlin would be.
That would be interesting.
Well, he'll be awesome anywhere he decides to go.
Could you imagine a 9-8 team in y'all's division?
They would have won the division.
Hey, if he had, I don't think he would be average or 9-8 or whatever with Atlanta with the weapons because he didn't have those.
With the weapons that he would have, quarterback is still. The jury's still out on that, but you bring him in, and the biggest issue with Tomlin though is he's always hired shitty offensive coordinators.
Yeah,
so it's like
Matt Canada.
Yeah, and then he went and got fucking your old head coach.
Arthur
Smith. And so
tiny mustache, tiny mustache.
So your defense is going to be great, but he's going to hire an offensive coordinator that's only going to get about 40% of the talent out of your offense. So I feel like you'd be in the same boat.
I will say, I feel like Kent Cousins looked a little better this year than he did last year, coming back off the ACL last year, and then of course Penix took over, but.
That's who Tomlin would want to play quarterback because he's always about those old dudes.
Yeah, he wants the old guys out there throwing the ball.
But I think I don't know what Mike McDaniel is going to do. I don't think he needs to be a head coach. But if somebody can pick him up as an OC,
if he comes to Atlanta with Tomlin,
that would be
set.
Yeah. That would be scary. But so Mike McDaniel's no one's been fired. Harbaugh's out as the Ravens head coach. Of course, we just talked about Tomlin being out.
I wouldn't mind having Harbaugh either.
Yeah, Harbaugh's a good coach. I mean, those guys are going to get snatched up. Harbaugh and Tomlin are going to be the prettiest at the beauty pageant.
Yeah. The belle of the ball.
The belle of the ball. That's what I was looking for.
That's what it is.
So I'm trying to think. I thought there was some other. Oh, Gannon's out with which is great.
Nobody wants him.
Yeah, no. And Arizona needed him gone.
Mm-hmm.
They need a lot gone there.
They need their ownership gone.
Yes,
they need
lots gone there. Yeah, they need to figure that out.
We keep hoping that the Chargers are going to fire their entire offensive line and start straight from scratch.
Start over new.
Yeah,
look for defensive players.
Joe Alt, he was injured. Keep Joe Alt, he was injured. Get all of them that started at the end of the season. Just give them their final pay and send them on down the line.
Yeah, let them go.
I was hearing something. I don't remember the exact rankings, but they were saying that at the end of the season, the PFF rankings for the starting O-line that was starting for him in the playoff game, there was only one guy that wasn't in the bottom 5 of his position, and that was one of their guards was ranked at like 17th overall. That every other, their center was second to last out of 37 That meant there were backups that were graded better than him by PFF. It was absolutely. Their left tackle was, I think he was dead last. So it's like, look, I always like Herbert. I think Herbert's a good quarterback. There's 0 quarterbacks in the league that can do anything behind that O-line. 0.
Maybe Joe Burrow.
Well, maybe just because he's used to it.
Well, it's the same O-line he had 2 years ago.
Exactly.
I think it's the same people. Well, Burrow went to the playoffs, Super Bowl. You should be able to too.
Yeah.
It's not what it was.
Yeah. So yeah, the coaching carousel is underway. I think that's probably all the firings that are going to happen have happened. I know that they fired Greg Roman is out as the OC also for the Chargers. I'm not sure. I don't know about that. I think Greg Roman's a pretty decent offensive coordinator. They need to fire their offensive line coach.
Yeah.
But he's out. The offensive coordinator for the Eagles was fired as well, which that needed to happen. That guy was straight buns. That last play in that playoff game, like he called 4 verticals on a cover on cover 4, and it's like you played right into their defense. And got smoked. If you watch the replay, it looks like Jalen when he's told they call the timeout, they go get the play, and it looks like Jalen is looking over at the freaking head coach like, this is what you want to run?
Are you
really
sure?
what you want
Are
me
you
to do?
sure this is what? Okay,
Look,
fine.
If this is what you want me to do, if you're ready to lose,
He looked like he couldn't believe the play was being called. So I don't know if that's what was going on, but that's what is being insinuated. So he's out.
But I do think America is happy that the Eagles are out of the playoffs.
Yeah, the Eagles and the Chiefs are out, but it's it's funny. It's like everybody's looking at the Patriots. It's like that Thanos meme where it's like, everything you've done, what did it do? It brought you right back here to me, and so we're right back here with the Patriots. It's I get it,
but this Patriots team feels much more fun than the old ones.
Way more likable.
It does.
Yeah.
Now, after they win 4 Super Bowls, we'll probably hate Drake
the
May.
shit out of
Probably,
them.
yeah.
But who the hell are these guys?
Once he turns into the next Brady.
Yeah, some shit.
Oh, he's
So-
already has more rushing yards than Brady had his career.
Well, that's true.
I think that him
But-
becoming Brady might not be what we're looking at.
But as we see, this thing that seems to happen once these teams have a whole bunch of success.
yeah,
It's easy for me to say.
everybody hates him.
Yeah, like Patrick Mahomes. Everybody
God.
loved Patrick Mahomes, and
Oh.
now everybody hates him.
Well, it's the same thing. Like everybody hated Dale Earnheart in NASCAR.
Yeah.
They all loved Jeff Gordon, and then Jeff Gordon started winning, and everybody hated Jeff Gordon. So it's whoever's on. Heavy's the head that wears the crown. You're always going to hate who's on top, unless you're the fan of them.
Yeah,
I want the Panthers to get to a place where everybody hates them.
Yeah, that's when you know they're winning. They're winners. At
It
that
was
point.
fun while it lasted, but fuck them.
Yeah. Speaking of that, it was a good game. I didn't get an opportunity to watch most of the second half. I was watching like the score change on my phone. I thought we had a real chance there to win it. I am proud of how they turned
I
out.
really thought y'all were going to come back and take it at the end of the game. It was.
I mean, they
it was
took the
that-
lead.
It was very close.
They took the lead with what, like a minute and something left,
not
but it's
long.
like you gave Stafford way too much chance.
Yeah.
And then they got the ball back with 3 timeouts. They still had 3 timeouts for 38 seconds, but they could not move the ball when it mattered.
They couldn't.
And a field goal would have tied that, so they just need to get in field goal range. But the way they played in the first half, they muffed a punt, and then Bryce threw that pick when he was working down towards into the red zone. So it's like the Rams had a chance to run away with it in the first half. Our defense stepped up, held them, kept the game close long enough for the offense to get things righted. Bryce ran that touchdown in. That was nice. Going into halftime, they were only down by 3 points, and then it's just,
Well, guys like Josh Allen and Matt Stafford, they step up in that last drive.
Exactly.
Yeah. It was a great game. Like I said, I saw it being a little more distance between it, and I didn't think that the Panthers would have a chance to win, let alone tie or even tie. And they
absolutely.
did. They did at the end of it. So I was. Like I said, I was shocked, I guess, would be the term for that. But it was a great game. Well fought. Definitely well fought.
San Francisco went into Philadelphia and took it from them. That was like we just talked about. That was good to see. It's always nice seeing Philly fans upset. That's always a good time for me.
No doubt at all.
And so, CMC did what he did, 100+ scrimmage yards.
Got that touchdown from Jennings,
yeah,
baby.
Yeah,
even caught a touchdown. Jennings has as many touchdown passes in the playoffs
as Justin Herbert.
Yeah,
they're the same.
That's fitting that you beat the Eagles on a trick play.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
It's very fitting.
And so that was a cool game to watch. Then there was the shitty game. The Sunday night game was absolute ass. That Chargers Pats game. I felt bad for Herbert, but the Patriots did not look like a team that I've got predicted to go to the playoffs. So I don't know.
Offensively, no. Defensively, yes.
The Chargers. The Chargers have a good defense, but they act like they had the fucking shutdown of defense of the century against the Patriots.
I personally, this game made me doubt the skill of the Patriots offense a little bit. Being a playoff game, I understand the lights brighter, and it's his first time.
Those
in the playoff
guys
and all,
haven't been there, yeah.
But it felt like you watched the Patriots this season. It was like this should have been a game that they were 26 up at halftime. Like they should have been. They should have been.
Well, you saw what Houston did. They smacked them, and they played like shit on offense too.
I feel like that this should have been a good offensive side, even though the defense is good. And it just was meh. It was like they did enough to barely win the game, and I don't think that's going to transpire well to the next round. So I mean, even though I do have them winning, but
the thing you can hope is sometimes teams get games like this where it's like maybe they were riding high, maybe they were smelling their own farts, thinking that they already got it in the bag, and then they go and play that close game, and now it's like it's a good time for Vrabel to go into that locker room and be like, you got to understand. This is the time of season where you have to play your best. You can't go do that and get away with it every week.
Well, a lot of them too is they just have their cherry pop. This is their first playoff game. This is, like I said, the lights brighter, so they can turn around and come back from this, and make it look better. But it was ugly.
They are even more battle tested. Point.
Exactly. It definitely makes it
maybe a good thing.
Yeah. And talk about battle tested. The Bills taking out the Jags. That was a gutty ass performance from Josh Allen. He came into the game with 2 injuries. I think it was a calf and an ankle, and then he got like 5 more injuries in the first 10 minutes of the game. He was in the medical tent. Every time I turn around, every time I turn around, I'm like, oh shit! I guess it's time for the biscuit.
It's freaking crazy. I'm over here going, why is he spending more time in the blue tent than on the field at this point?
At that point, you're thinking, well, Jags are going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's done. This shit's done.
I mean, I had Jags winning that game either way, but Josh Allen's resilience carried him through. There were some big catches by Cooks. You can't maybe they can start getting him more involved, and he can start becoming more of a receiver in that offense. As
he was the only guy left.
Yeah, that's true.
Gabe Davis left the game.
Keon Coleman had a big catch in that game too, surprisingly.
Oh, is he a guy?
Not according to the Bills.
Exactly.
You're right.
I will say this overall: Shakir went 12 for 12 for 82 yards. That dude was just he was money.
I call him Team U Amon-Ra St. Brown. I might have to raise it up to Walmart Amon-Ra St. Brown.
It might be. I can get behind that. Kincaid stepped up. Knox had an okay. I mean, it was just like
Knox had a touchdown, didn't he?
No, Kincaid did.
Oh, Kincaid.
Yeah, but he went 3 for 30.
And James Cook,
James Cook was just kind of middling. He had 15 carries for 46 yards, but against the number 1 rush defense in the league that I didn't realize, but he was being. I
didn't realize it either until you told me.
He was being held back, but it was enough to allow Josh Allen with his broken hand that he smashed on his O lineman's helmet, to be able to put there was not a lot of deep balls thrown except to Cooks a couple times, but it was a good game. I don't know. I was stressed to the max, man. I didn't.
Games like that is where legends are made, though,
and that's a good start. It's definitely where they need to be. So we'll see. The next round can get very, 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 very.
And then last night's game was also ass for the most part. The Steelers, Texans at the Steelers. Bon voyage, Aaron. Get the fuck out. We're tired of watching your old ass play.
Could you imagine if he played for the Texans right now? I'm sorry. I just thought that would be hilarious. Him on the other side of that, it would have been great. He wouldn't have to do much. Texas defense just wins games.
Yeah, apparently C.J. Stroud could fumble it 5 times. And how many of the 5 did he lose?
3.
Okay.
No. Well, excuse me, 2. One of them got recovered by Woody Marks, and he got on top of the other 2. But they were like, one of them was. his straight fumble. There was a couple bad snaps. I don't know if their center was new or.
Well, it's probably the same thing we were talking about with the Patriots. They're popping cherry. This is a young team, a young coaching staff, and they have been to the playoffs before, but it's still a big stage. You're in Pittsburgh on Monday night, and you sent a meme earlier today, which I didn't know why you sent it, but it pertains now that they haven't lost until last night. The Steelers hadn't lost a home Monday night football game in like 34 years. 34 years. And I think that it comes down to 23 games or something. Home games or something.
It's insane. Like they, by all accounts of like statistics and shit, they shouldn't have. The Pittsburgh Steelers shouldn't have lost. But it wasn't a good game, but it was still crazy. Yeah.
No.
But it's kind of crazy that C.J. Stroud could break the curse because he's been known throughout his entire career as the guy who never won the big ones. And he was playing like he didn't want to win a big one that time.
Yeah, it was a very ugly game on the offensive side of, and they did lose Nico Collins, which I don't know what the official injury
cheering?
was.
You were cheering when he went out?
I was like, you know what?
He has beef with Nico.
Yes.
Nico's his new McKinnon.
It's a little different, but yeah, it's close. But no, I don't know. I hate to see anybody get injured, no matter what, even if you're good or bad or whatever. But they did lose him, so I don't know what's going to happen coming into the next game. They're saying concussion protocol, but he left the field on the cart to go to the room. He couldn't go back.
Yeah, and of course Kittle blew his Achilles. It looks like, so he's also going to be out.
Kittle, Gabe Davis.
Gabe was the worst one.
Gabe Davis, that was an ugly, nasty. Yeah, that's going to be a bad one.
What was that?
It's the same leg.
His leg.
He tore his ACL or knee or something. Oh, it was.
Yeah. Well, as bad as that looks, he'll probably come back way quicker than Kittle will.
He's also a 20 Achilles.
He's
20 years younger
with his
than
age.
Kittle or something. So.
Yeah, but a torn Achilles used to be a career ender.
Yeah.
Especially for skill players. So we'll see.
They're better at rehab these days, but Kittle is 32 years old.
He's 32, and it happens so late in the season, we may not even see Kittle next season
at all. Yeah, that's true.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and just give my predictions. I had to completely redo my NFC brackets. I've got the 49ers winning and the Rams winning, and the Rams making it to the Super Bowl now. I'm not giving my reasons because it don't fucking matter. That's just what I got. So I now have a Patriots-Rams Super Bowl. I do have Denver beating the Bills. Now, I did have the Bills losing in the first round, so now I had to redo the bracket. I have the Texans losing to the Pats this week, and I've got the Bills losing to Denver this week. So, and then I got the Patriots making the Super Bowl against the Rams. That's my new bracket.
So you have Denver winning.
No, you have Denver winning, but losing to the Pats.
Oh, all right. Thought we had the same bracket, but I have the Bills winning. Like I said last week, I think if they could get past the Jaguars, they have a really good chance of going to the Super Bowl. And that's how I see it right now. I've got the Bills facing the Pats next week.
Okay.
And of course, I agree with you with the 49ers and Rams.
I have the exact same everything from last week. So all my players and teams won.
Yeah, because you didn't lose. Your brackets are still intact.
Everything stays the same. So if you listen to last week, you know who's going to win this week. I just want to say that.
Apparently.
Seahawks, 49ers are going to advance. Rams, Bears are going to advance. Patriots, Texans, Patriots advance. And Bills, Broncos. Bills win and beat the Broncos. So it's going to be a 49ers Bills Super Bowl. If y'all want to go ahead and place bets and get squares and all that good shit, that's what it's going to be.
Okay. All right. Let's transition out of that. We're going to give some award nominations that we will then reveal Monday, a week or Tuesday. Well, one day next week.
Yep.
That's the jam I was playing when the Eagles got eliminated.
So we can do it Monday because all the games will be played.
Okay.
By Tuesday because there's 2 on Saturday and 2 on Sunday.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we'll start from the bottom and work our way up. We'll start with it. We came up with a new category this season. This is the boom or bust player. This is a player that would generally you would either going to get a good week or a bad week, you weren't getting anything, rarely getting anything in between from them. And so our nominees for that are Kayshon Boutte, Jared Goff, Dalton Kincaid, Breece Hall, Kenneth Walker, and Jameson Williams. Ooh. So you guys want to add any spice on that? I don't want to. I guess I'm going to pass this around so I'm not the only one talking during this segment, because I realize unless we expound upon any of these nominations, it'll just be, we'll read it. I'll just read everything and then we'll end the podcast.
No, you just read and we sit here and go,
yeah. Well, we all came up with those together, so I pretty much agree.
Yeah. No, they're definitely all nominees of this particular category.
All right. Hopefully you can read my writing. Just pick a category, which I shouldn't put Baker on the spot like this. First he's got to read my handwriting.
Bear with me. That's all I ask.
And he's a little bit less Dexic.
And less Dixic. Oh, man. We'll talk about that. Different podcast entirely.
So I'll let you pick whichever one of those categories except the top one. I wanted to save it for last.
All right. So our next category, I'm just going to move up. We're going to go with the steal of the draft. These are people that,
if you want to give the numbers that I got there, if you can pay
where they are, I think I can figure that out.
I know my shit looks more like a beautiful mind, but not beautiful.
I will say beautiful is a strong word for this situation here. But I mean, these are people that you drafted late and got you some pretty good points, or or drafted well enough to where they finished.
Yeah, your bargain
way above.
Yeah, your bargain draft, draft bargains.
So you got Javonte Williams. You got 98 and then RB11. So I don't know where that plays out, but I want to say he wasn't RB 98. I don't think.
Is that what I put on there?
Oh yeah, there's a 98 and then RB 11. So you got another one where it was 86 with RB 10.
Yeah, that was his overall.
He was drafted 98.
So his overall position was 98, but he finished RB 11. JSN, he was drafted at wide receiver 14, but finished as wide receiver 2. So. You got that one right here. We got Olave. You drafted at wide receiver 36.
Just for reference, 98 overall for Javonte, running back 36.
So, yes. So, running back 36. Go ahead and look up Etienne, because I don't want to deal with 86 and 10. So,
Etienne is 32.
32. Okay, so running back 32. I'll get that. Then we got Olave, who was drafted at wide receiver 36. Finished as wide receiver 6.
See, that's crazy, though, because a lot of people might, if you were in a smaller league, you would have dropped Olave at some point.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, not even thought about it.
Olave, to me, if we had we should have a category that's like the phantom top player of the season.
Yeah. You didn't even realize?
I heard people who were like, Olave finishes the top 10. I'm like, what the fuck he did?
You're like bullshit.
Top 10 and players that surprisingly finished the year because they didn't get hurt?
Who didn't get a concussion one year?
And then I went and looked. I'm like, holy shit, Olave had a really good year.
Well, it's crazy too that after this year that he's probably going to be drafted as wide receiver 26 instead of 36 and still finish up there.
Yeah. I don't know. I think people are going to be buying in on the Saints next year.
Yeah,
it's good. Yeah,
they love Shook.
Yeah, and Kellen Moore.
Drake May finished as QB2. We don't know where he was drafted because it's not written down, but I want to say it was like QB24 or something like that.
Man, I don't know who made that list, but that motherfucker needs to get way more organized.
You're worried about my reading ability, not my not reading stuff that isn't here ability.
Drake May was QB16.
QB16, he finished QB2. Matthew Stafford was...
QB 23.
Every year that happens for Stafford.
They sleep on Stafford. They really do.
Because homie's a statue. Everybody thinks you got to have the running.
Exactly.
And Stafford, the only time Stafford runs is, I don't know, I was going to make a buffet joke, but he's not even fat. So
it's to get off the field so the field goal team can come out.
So he only runs when he's got to go hug Puka for making a great catch.
Or Devontae. He hugged Devontae a couple times.
Dude, I can't tell you how many championships I've won by taking him, even off the waiver wire.
Yeah, just grabbing him so late. Yeah, no, it makes sense.
In 2 QB leagues, that's my guy that I get at the end of the draft.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Travis Etienne's on this list. We said he was, I think, running back 32.
Yep.
And he finishes RB10. Did I say RB? I think I said RB.
Yeah.
We'll go back and listen. I won't
Yeah.
correct
You
it.
said
You'll
QB
just-
too.
I think I said QB too as well, but RB.
Newsflash: Travis
32.
Etienne's a running back.
Yeah. Well, if you haven't figured it out by now, then this isn't the place you're going to learn
It's
it.
not
I'm
the
gonna
But I'm
game
going to
say.
for
say this
you.
right now:
Exactly.
if you're playing in a platform that lets you play me quarterback,
Hey.
fucking do that shit.
Hell yeah.
And then we got Kyle Pitts. He was drafted at tight end 17. He ended up finished at tight end 2. Trevor Lawrence was drafted at QB 20 and finished as QB 4.
Yes,
And then
Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams. That is not how you spell Caleb. There's not a W in Caleb. This says Kalen. Kalen Williams.
I don't think I got a W there, but it may look like a
Does that
W.
look like a W? It definitely don't look like a B.
Win Williams, am I right?
It don't look like a B. Oh, I know what happens. I started writing the W,
W
too
before the
soon,
W.
so it is collude.
This is Caleb Williams. Drafted at QB 15, finished as QB 5. So that's our nominees for the steal of the
It's
draft.
Khalil Williams.
And then we pass it on to Bus.
Yeah, you think I'm gonna be able to read this?
Bustifer. You
Yeah,
got
you don't have
this.
to worry about numbers on anymore, though.
Yeah, the rest of them are.
All right, so where are we at? On
I
this?
went
From the
with
bottom?
7. He went with 8. I went with 7.
All right,
So
we're doing 6.
like, we will just move our
Yeah.
way up. What did he misspell this time?
This is the Steady Be Shitting Award.
That's the good one.
Yeah, just to give clarification, this is not the fucky. This is just, we call it steady be shit because it makes us laugh, but this is the guy who was drafted too high. Who's your bust, basically.
Yeah, number 1, Borkley.
That's supposed to be an A. I was writing too fast. I didn't get the little slash on the side. So,
Number 2 is Norco.
Nico. Bro, you know what the fuck I'm spelling. You gotta put me on one. I steady be shit at spelling.
Yeah, it's like a reading because words are hard. So, but it is hilarious. Borkley and Norco are first two.
Motherfucking Borkley
Hey.
and Narco.
I got a picture of them in there on my fridge.
Those are your confidential informants.
Oh, God.
Justin Jefferson.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you could definitely put him down for the Steady Be Shitting Award. It looks like it's Genty. Ashton Genty. Who is Breon? Oh, that's Brian Thomas.
Breon is what you put in your air conditioning
Brian
system.
and Breon are spelled the same, I feel like.
I used to know a guy named Breon, and that's actually how I named my daughter because I was real good friends with a guy named Breon. So I named my daughter Brianna.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
But it's not spelled like Brian. It's actually spelled
With
like
a B-R-E.
Brianna.
So it's BREEOON.
Well,
No,
A
that's
in it.
Brioon.
Yeah. Breon.
I can't spell either. I never.
But we got Lamar Jackson, of course. I feel like injury played so much into
Yeah,
that, though.
I agree.
It did.
And the lad McConkey.
Oh, it's the lad McConkey.
He's a good little lad there. He is.
Yes.
All right. I have to look at this spelling.
Look at Borkley.
It's because the A/ ran into the R. And Nico, it's just because you read this, the C as a R.
Narco.
You should have been Nero.
Nero.
Oh,
Wasn't-
I
wasn't
see
he
what
in
you're
the
doing. You
Matrix?
didn't
The
know.
eye looks like an
No,
R.
my dot over my eye, it attached to the rest of it, and then it curved over. Okay,
Oh, this is going to be just an average reading Daniel's handwriting podcast.
all right. My rookie of the year, or our rookie of the year nominees are Tedero McMillan with the Carolina Panthers. He is the top wide receiver by a pretty good margin. He was fairly consistent throughout the year. I'll go ahead and throw Egbuka on there just because he's the only other wide receiver that was worth putting on here, but he did fall off towards the end of this last half of the season. Yep. Tyler Shuck, you can go shuck yourself because that dude was awesome. It looks like the dude there for the Saints.
But don't trust reading that when you put that as your name for
No.
people who don't know that Shuck is spelled
Shao.
Shao or whatever.
Yes.
You know
Go
what?
Shao yourself. Yeah.
I go back and forth though, thinking of, is he going to be overdrafted or underdrafted?
Next year,
Yeah.
he's a quarterback, so he'll probably be underdrafted unless he's in maybe in Superflex. He can be
Superflex is
over. He'll
he'll
Yeah,
probably be
be
overdrafted.
The range of outcome for next season for him is actually pretty wide. I know
Yeah, 100%.
a lot of people want to believe that.
I think he's going to be a really good NFL quarterback. His fantasy output, I think, is going to be somewhere in the lines of like a Bo Nix type player, where he's going to have you're going to have really good games. He might use his legs. He might rush 400 yards a season and maybe 6 touchdowns. But you're going to really depend on him to throw touchdowns. And so as a passer, if he finishes top 10 as a quarterback, that'll be a good season for him, I think.
Yeah.
Harold Fannin Jr. At tight end really came on towards the end of the season, basically stole the starting tight end job from Njoku out there.
And he was actually really great all season.
It was good.
Cam Scatterbo would probably ran away with this had he stayed healthy this season. It sucks that he went down,
Yeah.
but
Without his injury, that dude was on pace to be
Yeah.
like the best fantasy scoring rookie running back like ever.
like
he was killing it.
Yeah, but the way he plays the game is you just kind of worry about this being a consistent thing with injuries.
Yeah.
His teammate Jackson Dart at quarterback, he did have his ups and downs, but man, when he was on, dude was money. His ability to run the ball and score touchdowns, he was out there doing his best to just score you 30-something fantasy points a week. Travion Henderson, dude is electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie. He's the fastest dude on whatever field he's on. And, he was one of those, it's like he could have 6 fantasy points going into halftime and finish with 30 because he'd score 3 touchdowns in the second half.
If he was just a little bit better of a blocker,
Yeah.
he'd be on the field a lot more.
Absolutely.
And we wouldn't even know who Ramondre is anymore.
Yeah.
I think that's a big hurt for him that we learned this year. So we'll see what happens next year. So.
I think Tyler Warren would have been way up there in the chances to win this season as the rookie of the year had the quarterback situation stayed
consistent.
Yeah,
Daniel
with
Jones would have still been there. He was balling,
but he kind of fell off the map after Daniel Jones went down. And then Quinshon Judkins, he was just kind of hot or cold, but he did flash a little bit, and I think he's got a pretty bright future there in Cleveland if they can get everything sorted out there.
Yes.
All right.
That's the key word is getting everything sorted out in Cleveland because
When has that ever happened?
I know that's
never.
it's yeah.
When I take them on fantasy, it's year 2, man, we generally in the Super Bowl, but
Yeah.
but then I move them. I move them to Honolulu after that.
All right, now we got best or just waiver wire ads. These guys are people you picked up off
Yeah,
waivers.
this is your best waiver wire. It's not
Yeah.
just any
This
waiver
is-
wire.
This is the best. You're gonna be happy.
Ogunbowale
Yeah.
is mine.
You have to get that guy. You got to Ty Johnson. Probably didn't win anything for you, but he was on the waivers. So But waiver wire ads. We got Michael Wilson.
Yes.
Had a strong.
Dude was basically Jerry Rice at the end of the
I
season.
Absolutely.
and then the guy throwing it to him, the
Yeah,
brisket,
the
man.
brisket.
Jacoby Brissett came into this and it's like, you know what? I'm just going to be a QB1 every week. Just
Yeah,
like it. I'm
I
just
mean,
gonna do it.
he did hurt you there towards the end, but overall, dude was absolute beast.
He's like, look, I have Michael Wilson and I have Trey McBride. You people don't stand a chance. Now, if they had a running back, imagine what he could have done.
They
'cause
might have won some games.
That's what I'm saying. Next season, and then we got Wan'Dale Robinson, who was, everybody was sleeping on in the beginning of the season.
Yes.
He
Yes.
kind of went on, and he's kind of become the shortest top receiver in the league right now. So,
Yeah,
Kenneth Gainwell, another one that I don't think a lot of us even saw to be what he did. I mean,
No,
he
and
produced
he-
really well.
Yeah.
he
No
basically
one
became a
predicted
steady flex play for you.
A lot on the pass catching side of it, but I mean,
Yeah.
still, I think he was Aaron Rodgers' bestest receiver.
There is not a single analyst, and I don't even need to look this up, in the entire world that predicted that.
Yeah, the Gainwell was going to be
I think he
6
might-
targets a game or some shit.
I don't know it to be true. I'm going to try to look it up, but he may have led the Steelers in receptions.
That's, I wouldn't be
I wouldn't
surprised
doubt
if
it.
that's true. I really wouldn't. Because it felt like every time I turned around, Aaron Rodgers was turning and throwing at Kenneth Gainwell. I mean,
I'll
had to get the
try
ball
to
out
look
quick.
that up while you're finishing up.
Next waiver wire at Alec Pierce. This is one that even I thought was going to fall off entirely when Phillip Rivers joined, but he had some big weeks even with Phillip Rivers. So
yeah, that was his boy.
some guy that is now the Jaguars receiving core, Parker Washington, shocked the shit out of me. But that dude is uber talented, man.
Dude.
He is uber talented, and we're going to see a lot more out of him. I think it's sad to say, but I think we're going to see a lot more out of him. Harold Fannin, a repeat here.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was stuck on Njoku and the Flacco combination, and it just didn't work out. Harold Fannin stepped in, took over, and
and the curse of the rookie tight end.
a lot of people fall short of that. Yeah,
we had like 3 up until this point in the entire history of football.
Yep.
And this year we had like 5 breakouts.
Yeah. Rico Dowdle for the Panthers. I feel like there's a Panthers in every one of these categories. I think this shit's rigged.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But yeah, Rico Dowdle's on here, and I'm a firm believer in this as well. He got me to many championships by taking over, and then they kind of shorted him once you got into playoffs with him. It kind of sucked, and then Christian Watson, of course, injury kind of held him back, getting in early and all that stuff, and coming into it. But when he was playing, that dude was money. He was definitely money.
Yeah, so Kenneth Gainwell had 73 receptions. The next one was DK at 59.
That's insane. It makes sense, but it's still insane.
I mean, DK did have 99 targets. Kenneth had 85. And DK had more receiving yards, but Kenneth Gainwell was basically 15 targets more.
He was just a walker outside the line, the O line, like the walker he was holding. That Aaron Rodgers held to stay up or whatever. It's like a cane's throw away. We'll say.
Nice.
All right, we got the aptly titled and very fitting for this podcast, the Just Average Award.
Yes.
These are the guys that were just average the entire season. They didn't have any booms or busts. Well, I guess you could say some of these guys had some booms and some busts, but in the end, they didn't kill you or win you a
for the
championship.
most part. You just put them. You played them every week, and you were generally happy, rarely excited, and rarely mad.
It's more about consistency.
All right, at tight end, we have Brenton Strange.
Yeah, except for when he was hurt. I mean, he actually had somewhat bust, but as far as the tight end goes, he was somebody you knew if he was out there, he was getting targeted. He wasn't going to kill you.
The guy I called for a breakout this season, so that worked out pretty well.
He broke something, but it caused him to miss a couple weeks. But
broke some hearts, I guess.
Yeah.
We have Kyron Williams. Now, I do take a little bit of exception to this because
some umbrage.
Yeah,
I felt bad putting him on there. He did finish as the running back 9. We might have to scratch him off the list. I just went and looked at his stats. He didn't have any boom weeks. It was all like 13, 14. He was all like right in that range, and you weren't getting those 25, 30-point weeks like you usually get out of him. And so, but again, he did finish at 9. He was the most average, that he was so average that he was actually above average.
Yeah.
With the emergence of quorum too, kind of.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Away,
he was vultured for most of the season.
And Devontae Adams had to catch every touchdown of the season.
But other than that, other than the touchdowns, he was a really good running back this season. Yeah. We have, of course, Ted McMillan.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the Panther for the category.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, yeah. I've heard that name before.
Do you really have one in every category?
Guys, we all agreed on this.
This is the insane part. I put Tet on this list. On this one, I nominated Tet for this one. So, yeah.
I'm just saying, I was like, I looked at Baker and I was like, can you think of a wide receiver we can put on this
list? That might be average.
Yeah, that's young, is kind of a rookie, plays in the NFC South. And Baker's like, I don't know. What do you think about Ted McMillan? I'm like, I wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah, I wasn't even considering that as an option.
This guy should get the mediocrity award for his entire career. He was actually a superstar at Tennessee, but he became, almost covered up in depth charts once he got to the NFL. And now he's somewhat of a good wide receiver, but it is Juwan Jennings.
Yes. Yeah.
He's also a good passer too. I mean, he throws touchdown passes.
All he does is throw touchdowns.
He just throws touchdowns.
He was a high school quarterback, as a matter of fact. Well, we got Chris Olave.
Yeah. Olave is another one. He finishes the wide receiver 6. He might be another one we might be ranking a little too high, but again, he's kind of in that same mode with Kyron where he didn't have any like explosive weeks. It was just real fucking solid all year.
It's been good. It's just consistency all the way through the year.
The guy who you probably drafted way too high and probably you didn't make the playoffs because of it, but was Baker Mayfield.
Yes. Yeah. It was tough putting him on there, but as a quarterback, if you look at his stats, he was just meh. You know, he didn't really kill you, but he rarely even won you a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Buccaneers fans agree with that for sure. They thought this is our Super Bowl guy.
Yeah.
And now they're thinking, oh, we may need another quarterback.
Well, I can tell you what Tampa's bitching about right now because I see it because I'm a NFC South guy. They're bitching now because they're all like, we should have fired Raheem Morris last year and hired and made Liam Cohen our head coach, and literally nobody in the world was offering that suggestion.
Wasn't even
there was no thought of firing Raheem Morris last year and making Liam Cohen their head coach. They're only saying that now because of what Liam Cohen did with the Jags.
Yep.
But it's like, you know, hindsight's always 2020, and nobody even considered it because of how good they were last year.
Well, Raheem Morris was with the Falcons.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of his name too, so I feel you.
God, well, Raheem Morris was with Tampa at one point, but
Yeah,
whatever the head coach's name is.
yeah. But the last one on the list is Dalton Schultz.
Yeah.
I think halfway through the season, people were like, this guy's never going to break out, but actually had a decent run at the end of the season.
Yep.
He was fairly solid. He was a tight end that you could put in and didn't kill you. All right, let's see. The just average. Now, the last one on the list, somehow it worked out that it got back here, that we finish off with this one. This is the one that we really...
Todd Bowles.
Yes.
That's it.
As soon as you said
Todd
it,
Bowles.
I saw his pissed off face. Todd Bowles to me looks like he always just took a bite of something sour that he doesn't want to eat.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter if they just won the game by 100 or lost by 100. When you look at his face, it's like, dude just took a sip of expired milk.
Well, he kind of inherited that job too.
He did. He was. I think he was.
Arian. What's his name?
Bruce Arian.
Bruce Arian. Yeah.
And then he was the next guy up. I mean, he's done an okay job, but a lot of their success. He's supposed to be a defensive guy, and to be honest with you, their defense has been straight cheeks
absolute
for the last few years,
especially their secondary.
Yes,
he was an absolute abject failure with the Jets, though.
Yes,
Yeah, so is everybody else who's ever been with
true.
the Jets.
Yes.
All right, the last one on the list is the Fucky, and the Fucky is our award-winning prize. This is the most prestigious award that we give out. This is the one.
Is prestigious the word we should use?
For us, yes.
Okay.
It's the award we give to the player who ended up, by our estimation, on fuck that guy the most. We don't go back and figure it out. We try to go back through our list and look, but this is one that pissed us off the most as fantasy players, as somebody we drafted and depended on them, and they just kept shitting. This really should be the Steady Be Shitting, but the Fucky has been around longer than Steady Be Shitting, so we'll stick with it.
Well, Steady Be Shitting, you expect the guy to shit in
Yeah,
the
you
end,
kind of
right?
know.
So the Fucky is a guy you're like, he was supposed to be my guy.
He was supposed to be
Not
a
really.
league
The
winner.
Steady Be Shitting, we made the draft bust. So
Yeah.
either way, they Steady Be Shitting and be fucking your lineup.
Yeah, I guess so.
And the number one nominee is Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson had a terrible year. Again, it's surprising that he finished as well as he did, because I think you said he finished
22 and half point PPR.
and
Wide
he-
receiver 22, not
yeah.
overall, but 22 wide
Yes,
receiver.
and he actually broke 1,000 yards, which was I did not think was possible.
1,048.
These got to be guys that you could not take out of your lineup.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
You're like,
the
I
problem.
have him. I have to play him. I know he's
Exactly.
going to shit.
You have
That's-
so much
yes.
here. You're just like, eventually it's got to break
Yes.
away, and we keep putting him on fuck that guy because he should have done well,
Right.
and he did not.
Saquon Barkley is on that list. He had an year, kind of much of the same thing as Justin Jefferson, but based off of where they were drafted, both these guys were top 5 draft picks, and both of them were
Yeah.
not top 5 finishers
Overall,
And they hurt you more than they helped you throughout the season, based
Yes.
off of the draft capital that you spent on them. The fact that you could never bench them because you knew as soon as you benched them, they were going to put up 40 fucking points.
And you had to play them. You were
and unfortunately, you played them, and they never did.
yeah.
Brian Thomas Jr. He was doo-dooing on all lineups all year, and he never stopped. He never quit shitting on lineups, except for when he was hurt, and you were like, thank God.
I don't have to
now
put him
I
in.
don't have to put him in my fucking lineup.
Well, thanks to Travis Hunter, I did not have him anywhere.
Ashton Genty, he was drafted way too high, and he absolutely decimated your lineups. DK Metcalf, we just kind of went over his stats. He didn't break 1,000 yards this season. He was the second highest receiver on his own team, and he was paid to be an absolute monster. So we'll see how that works out in the future as they clean house there in Pittsburgh. TJ Hawkinson. This is probably the last year we'll even consider him for the fucky because this has been a couple years.
Well, and it hurt me specifically in a league that I still won, weirdly enough. But I traded to get him because I thought it was an upgrade at tight end. But apparently, I just ran Hunter Henry the whole season and was like, I don't even need this guy. So luckily, I traded Dylan Gabriel away to get him, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah,
whatever I did. So, but it still hurt a little bit.
I definitely had a league or two where I had to play him because there was not shit. These tight end premium leagues. There's nothing on the waiver wire. So.
I had a dynasty league where, thankfully, it was a tight end premium, so his stats weren't as bad. But comparatively to other tight ends, he was still shit.
Oh yeah.
So bad.
But I had to play him all year because I had nothing else. And it was a 14-man dynasty, so there's nothing on waivers.
Yeah.
David Montgomery, dude. David Montgomery was garbage all fucking year. That dude was like my late round darling last year, and he was late round ass this year.
Yeah, that's pretty
And
bad.
then these last two, they're just on here because of how much they pissed us off. Mainly at the beginning of the year because these two we got away from. We said fuck it. These weren't names you had to keep playing, but based off of the hype coming into the year, the way that they finished last year and whatnot, we thought it was gonna be good. But Evan Ingram, the fucking Joker.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's our Joker. He's gonna get 100 targets. He's gonna be this amazing fucking tool that Bo Nix is gonna use. And
turns out we're the tool.
Yeah,
for believing it.
Sean Payton he had to be laughing the whole fucking time he was talking about this Joker shit.
Yeah.
Because Evan Ingram was at no point ever an intricate part of that offense.
Not even in the second half of any game.
No.
And I hated that term. I hated how analysts picked up on it.
Yeah, it became such a hot fucking button.
They're like,
thing.
this is the Joker role. And they start talking about it like, I know exactly what it is.
It sounds so cool. He's like, I'm the Joker. Even Evan Ingram changed his fucking Twitter shit to a Joker card and called himself the Joker. So everybody was like on this fucking hype train just to get run off into a canyon and explode
they
in the
started
bottom of it.
applying it to other players on other teams too. It's like, that would be the Joker role for this one.
Well,
there was no damn Jokers.
Well, Kansas City, the Joker role isn't really a tight end. It's Xavier Worthy. He's more of that Joker role. So they started like trying to expound out onto what the Joker is. So stupid.
Yeah, fuck Sean Payton.
And we're all the
fuck
Jokers.
the Joker role. Yeah.
Stupid.
And then last and certainly least is Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy started to shine at the end of last season. We thought maybe going into this season as the one in Cleveland. Now we do have to take into account that it's Cleveland. And again, this has got to be on us for being fucking stupid.
Well, most of Cleveland are number twos.
Yeah. but the idea at the start of the season was Joe Flacco was starting, if you remember, all the way back then.
High-powered Joe Flacco.
And we saw what Joe Flacco likes to hyper-target. So it wasn't like they were starting the season with Dylan Gabriel or with Shedeur Sanders. They were starting with Joe Flacco. They had Jerry Jeudy. So the idea was, oh, my God, Jerry Judy's about to get 14 targets a game.
Yep.
It's going to be amazing. Actually, Jerry Jeudy was hot doo-doo on a paper plate. That's what he was. I mean, steaming fresh out of the booty hole onto the plate.
It might have been a styrofoam
dropped.
plate. I don't feel like paper plate would have held it.
It's one of those, as you were holding the plate, you could feel the heat from the plate. Yeah, that's what Jerry Jeudy was. Yes. It turns out Steve Smith was right all along of his assessment of Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah,
absolute
exactly.
cheeks. So.
And he came into the league as a superstar. I know.
Oh my God, he was like a top 2 fantasy wide receiver. Yeah.
He was the man at Alabama.
Oh yeah,
I know that Henry. What was his name? Henry that went to prison.
Ruggs.
Henry Ruggs was actually drafted over him.
Yep,
and people were calling that out. Like, no, Jerry's way better than Henry Ruggs.
I'll agree with that actually. That's not saying a lot.
At this point, yeah, he's put up quite a few more points. Hey, but I wanted to point this out.
Yeah.
We were talking about David Montgomery and how bad he was. He had 9 touchdowns this season.
Yeah, but what was his fantasy weekly?
That's what I'm
production?
saying. It's amazing that he scored so low with that many touchdowns.
Yeah, 9 touchdowns.
That's even more impressive, to be honest with you. If you look, we shit on Justin Jefferson, but he still had a 1,000-yard season. The reason he sucked is because he only had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
If we could have just given David Montgomery's half of his touchdowns to Justin Jefferson, he wouldn't be on any of these lists.
Yeah, he'd be like wide receiver 9 or 10.
Yeah, he'd be somebody we'd be mad at, but we're not mad enough to put on all the lists.
But also the Vikings would probably be in playoffs too right now if Justin Jefferson got 5 more touchdowns. I mean,
maybe.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe.
I don't know if nine was throwing. I don't know. Dude.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Yeah.
Tried to warn everybody about McCarthy.
I will say though, when Flacco was the QB with Jerry Jeudy averaged 7 targets a game.
How many fantasy
Makes
points?
sense.
Oh, like none. Like 9, 7, 2, 6,
exactly.
2, 6.
Exactly.
But I'm just saying he got the targets.
Yeah, he just was.
But he just couldn't catch any of them.
It was terrible.
There was a game where he had 5 targets and 1 catch for 17 yards.
Classic Judy.
He had 8 targets with 4 catches for 51 yards. It just
dude is Buns Mahoney.
9 targets, 3 receptions, 48 yards. Yeah, that dude.
Yeah. Jerry Jeudy is exactly what Steve Smith said about him.
Yeah,
dude is soft as Charmin. We cannot separate. He's a better wide receiver than me. I'll give him that. But here's the thing, dude. I shouldn't be the bar you're trying to beat. That's all I'm saying.
That's why you're not on the field.
Yeah. You need to get a higher bar, and if I'm the bar, you already lost.
I mean, but honestly, for the Browns, you could probably start. Just saying.
I'm going to tell you right now, though. One hit, I don't care who it is. One hit, I'm done. I'm out. I'm checked out.
Oh, you're a one-hitter quitter?
yeah. Especially if I got to go against Myles Garrett at practice.
Oh, that's the worst.
They got me at wide receiver, and they're like, well, we probably should put Myles Garrett on that guy. Look at their size. Well, first of all, Myles Garrett runs like a 4.40. Did you see him? There's a clip. There's a clip where a dude got an interception. I don't know who the player is. He gets an interception. He's running down the field. He's a corner or safety. I don't know. And Myles Garrett's running with him.
Right? Yeah.
And he's cheering him on. And there's a guy coming up on this side, and he's like yelling at Myles. He's like, "Get over here and block this guy." Myles, like they were doing an interview. Myles was like, "I didn't know anybody was coming up. I thought he was free and clear. I'm just running with him cheering." So Myles runs past the guy in front of him to run backwards to block the guy. And he's like, and the most impressive thing is, dude, he's like, I'm running flat out.
Yeah,
and Myles Garrett passes me and loops around. He had to come back and block a guy. I'm like, that's not
That's
legal.
like DK level. That's like that one DK tackle where the
when he
interception,
chased down
he ran
Buda
Baker.
Baker?
Yeah, ran down Buda Baker and tackled him down.
You hear Buda Baker talking about that on the sideline. He's like, how did he catch me? I said, bro, he was on the other side of the field and hawked you down, dude. It's still one of the most impressive things I've ever seen an athlete do.
It looked like
was DK running down Buda Baker.
The littlest amount of effort he put in. He just like he wasn't even trying to run. That was what was impressive to me. Watching him, it was just like.
And that one play is, I blame that one play on me picking him to be a DK to be a top 5 wide receiver every year, and him constantly disappointing me.
Yeah.
So,
but it wasn't his fault. I mean, look at the quarterbacks he's played with. I know everybody wants to say, well, it's Aaron Rodgers. He should have been better. No. Aaron Rodgers does not care for DK Metcalf, apparently.
Well, he doesn't care for anybody that knows how to catch the ball more than 15 yards outside of the line of scrimmage.
He doesn't care for anybody who's not named Alan Lazard, Devontae Adams, Jordy Nelson.
Yeah.
You know,
Darnell Washington for a minute.
Apparently.
Or Kenneth Gainwell.
Donald Driver.
Yeah, Donald Driver.
But-
Kenneth Gainwell. Yeah.
You know, he probably, I don't know, this is just pure speculation on my part, but Aaron probably just, if the receiver goes in and just slurps him all day, tells him how great he is, how amazing he is, and does all those things, then he probably will throw the ball to him 40 times a game.
Yeah.
But if the receiver is like DK, who beats up everybody and is literally
A Superman.
yeah, and probably doesn't give two shits about Aaron Rodgers' ego, then it's like, well, I'm not going to throw you the ball. So
It was nice to see DK Metcalf back in this game, though, beating up defenders instead of people
yeah,
in
it's
the
always
stands.
DK steady be fighting.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
I was so hoping
No
we would have
doubt.
got George Pickens and DK this year, though.
Man, that would have been gold.
I'm like, man, you got to it's during practice, the opposing teams are going to have MMA trainers working with their corners. It's like, look, these guys here's what happens with DK. You got to use his force against him.
Yeah.
Grab and twist, pivot and turn, throw him to the side.
Stay away from his hands.
Yeah.
Keep your hands. Okay, keep your guard up and your feet moving.
Well, they didn't even make it through preseason where they're like, we got to get rid of this other guy.
Yeah.
So they traded Kenny, or not.
Yeah, we don't
George
need
Pickens.
both our wide receivers getting arrested for beating up all the corners.
Oh, man.
I would love to see them in practice fight over a catch, though.
Yeah, those two. Oh my
They're
god,
both running similar.
No one would be able to break them up.
Yeah, I know.
DK just pick Pickens up by one hand.
And Pickens completely fighting the whole
Yeah,
time.
Pickens
know.
still swinging at him. Yeah,
He's reaching out, grabbing other people around him, throwing them into DK. Oh, it would have been gold.
God,
A Wolverine
what
versus
could
a
have
pit
been?
bull.
Yeah.
What could have been? All right. Well, we're down to one a week, so we'll be back next Monday. Is the plan, unless something comes up. If not, we'll be
if
back
something
Tuesday.
comes up, but all the games should be played out. They got 2 Saturdays, 2 Sundays. So
All right. And we'll rehash the playoffs this week. We'll talk about how many Baker gets right and all the ones that I get wrong, which is likely to happen again. And then we'll
announce our winners.
yeah, we got to get a drum roll sound bite to add the suspense. So we also got to vote. We can either vote after the show tonight or we can vote next week.
Yeah.
But we'll figure that out. So anything else before we roll up out of here?
We got to look back at our bold predictions and whatnot also.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, we do got to do that.
we can do that with we can do that with the awards and stuff. I think we
Yeah,
can
we
put
can do
that
it
in
all.
for tomorrow. I mean,
Yeah, we can throw
or
it
not
all in.
tomorrow, but next week. I mean,
I forgot. I thought we'd done that for some. But what we did is we
talked
went
about
back over
doing it.
our
Yeah.
divisions and stuff.
yeah, we talked about doing it, but yeah,
Yeah.
we'll definitely get on that next week.
All right. Well, there it is. If anything we say or do helps you get to that average place in your leagues, that means we did our job. Because when you finish average, you don't finish last. So I hope you guys have a good week out there. Good luck if your team's still in the playoffs. And we'll talk to you on the flip side.
Later.
Deuces.
Holla.